And my dad is now basically in the water. He's hugging the
Wiener out.
He's hugging the outside of the boat. Everything is getting flooded with water. And Dakota just grabs me. And we both just jump to the left side of the boat. My dad flops into the boat and just goes, I just saved all of us. Welcome back to Mama's Boys. That was
pretty sweet. You see my Instagram story today?
The quesadilla?
Yeah,
I saw it yesterday too.
I think like 4 meals in a row at this point.
Of just quesadillas.
I just can't stop.
Quesadilla crazy.
Remember when we just ate quesadillas for like 3 days in a row in the Poconos? Quesadillas and deer dogs.
Oh, yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Delicious though.
I was like, you know what? I want to I want to explore sharing my meals that I make at home.
Yeah.
And it's like, if you have pulled chicken, if you have chicken at home, you can, and if you're trying to really get those gains, I'm going to put out my meal, a little bit of ingredients and the macros so that people know it's like, this is a great choice for this set of macros.
Good for you. I mean, I barely even eat. I eat like an apple.
That's fine. That's going to get you the Zac Efron bod.
It's just like too much. I just like can't like keep down, can't like keep up with like making food and stuff.
That's
a
the
rude
hardest
awakening
part.
when I get to college.
Dude, some really like mind-bending knowledge this week that I found out.
What?
Basically, almost all of those Hollywood stars that they get on screen and you're like, holy shit, guy's jacked.
They don't eat for like a week.
Not that. They are on steroids.
Actually.
So I found this.
All right, so I don't feel bad about myself.
Exactly. So I found this YouTube channel, and
how to shoot up roids?
Well, this guy, I'm pretty sure, has experimented with steroids in the past, which is like, here's the thing about steroids.
Doesn't it make you weaker? Makes you like smaller in the future.
So basically, steroids do have a lot of health risks associated with them.
I wonder why.
If you abuse them, number one, because in some cases, steroids, or they call it, the wider term is gear. People call it, he's on gear.
Gear.
That is basically a term for anything not naturally occurring in your body that you put in that like is like is a performance enhancing drug that helps the muscle building process.
Where does gear come from?
I'm not sure.
Is it an acronym or is it
I don't know. I think it's just gear.
He's gear.
Good on the camera?
He's on gear.
Yeah, so he'll say he's on gear.
He's on gear.
The YouTube channel, it came up my recommended, but the YouTube channel is
called...
What
are you looking up?
More Plates, More Dates.
Oh.
Since I just broke up with my girl. So the, what was I just going to say? Right, so this dude's jacked. And has been working for years to get it. Has also used steroids, I think, in the past because
What's his name?
Little bit More Plates, More Dates on YouTube.
I gotta open this thing.
A little bit of steroid use. I'm not sure how that affects you. It's like long-term steroid abuse that has like really bad health effects. And basically, I don't have a problem if people use steroids at all, just as long as you're upfront about it and you're like, no, I'm not. They call it natural or enhanced.
I'm not a beast. I'm not a GMO'd human.
Right. So, like, it's fine if you use it because, it's a great way, especially for a movie star. You've got 6 months to prepare for a role. Yeah, of course you're going to get paid $20 million to look huge. You're going to put on steroids.
I mean, shit, I would do it. Holy crap.
Yeah, look at his delts, dude. His shoulders are bowling balls.
Dude.
So I'm not sure how much he has used steroids in the past. But there's testosterone, which plays a huge role in the muscle building process and just in men's health in general. It's like one of the most important hormones. And then there's some like a bunch of other like harder shit that has more of an impact on it.
This dude literally looks like an animal.
Yeah.
Like he has the tone of an animal.
So he talks about all of these different celebrities and whether he or not he thinks that their transformation was natural. So he goes through like Zac Efron
Chris
for Baywatch,
Evans.
Chris Evans,
The
Chris
Hulk.
Hemsworth.
I was about to say the Hulk. The Hulk. I meant the Rock.
Yeah, The
The
Rock.
Is
So
he? He's got. I don't know. He might be natural.
so it all has to do with and Kumail Nanjiani.
Who?
Remember he used to be like pudgy, nerdy guy.
Who?
Kumail,
How you say-
Kumail.
There he is.
Yeah. Look at
Son of a biscuit.
So have you seen his body?
I mean, if it would let me click on it. Oh, it's an iPad. I forgot it. Oh, the guy is he from Shazam?
He's from Silicon Valley.
But he's a superhero now, isn't he?
Yes. So you see the
Okay.
picture of him
Yep.
ripped? And when he used to be really pudgy, like skinny fat.
Yep, there he is. Now he's just on roids.
So here's the thing. It takes a long time to build up that base of muscle. And what this guy basically evaluates is how close these guys are when they're not preparing for a role, just their regular walk around all year physique, to how they are for the role. There's like literally no way that you can pack on like 25 pounds of muscle in 6 months. Like it's not possible naturally.
Damn, dude.
So
Taking
like
roids.
Chris Hemsworth gained a ton of muscle for the role of Thor, and he's like even just a little bit of supplement he must have been using.
Dude, did you see the people from the movie, what's it, 300 with all the Romans? They didn't eat like for weeks.
That's
like they were fasting
you can
just to cut the fat. Like
Yeah.
their body was literally just eating them.
so
like that's insane.
Bodybuilders do this stuff on a regular basis when they are prepping for a competition. Actors not so much. They'll do it, for one or two roles. Zac Efron has always been a lean guy.
Yeah.
And doesn't have a ton of muscle on his frame, but then for Baywatch, put on 10 pounds of muscle. He's still not huge.
No,
Like
he's
you
not.
can look at him in Baywatch. He's just
Good looking dude.
he is just so chiseled, like a bodybuilder, like sub 8% body fat.
Dude, now I'm getting sucked into these good looking dudes.
Yeah, so you gotta watch these videos because it's
Hot
more
dudes.
plates, more dates on YouTube. It's
look up-
incredible.
I'm just gonna look up hot dudes on
But
your iPad.
I
I'm
think
just gonna-
it totally reshapes how you think of what a realistic male physique
Yeah,
is.
now I don't feel bad about myself.
Exactly.
Like-
Because you look at Chris Hemsworth and you're like,
Damn, he can do that.
what is he doing that
Exactly.
I'm not? And it's like, well, he's probably putting a needle into his ass. Like,
It also makes
2
me
days
think
a
about all those freak athletes, like
yeah,
DK Metcalf.
those
Holy
guys are
crap,
natural.
dude. Like, oh my gosh, like, it's unbelievable. These guys are just
And those guys
absolutely
can't do it
ripped.
with steroids.
No, they can't.
But, actors, again, I don't have any problem. If
I have
you're
no
gonna
problem with steroids.
Just be upfront with it.
Yeah,
And
Well-
these guys are not upfront with it. They are like, no, I'm natural, but you can tell they're not.
they are literally like they're mutants.
You know Rob
They come-
McElhenney from It's Always Sunny?
Which one does he play?
He plays
Mick?
I think. The one who got jacked.
Oh,
In like the
man.
last couple
Well, it's not
seasons.
Charlie Day.
No, it's not him. He's from Philly actually.
Oh,
an Eagles
yeah,
fan.
he plays Mick.
Yeah. So
So
he
he's
got
ripped.
jacked.
Yep,
and he
he's
was
ripped.
taking testosterone, which is like
Oh, Mac, not
Yeah.
Mick.
so. The thing is, once you start taking testosterone as a supplement, you have to. It lowers the amount of naturally produced testosterone. You have to take it for the rest of your life.
You're kidding.
Yeah.
That sucks.
As soon as you start taking testosterone replacement,
So all these like actors are now. Well, no, they're on.
it depends on if you're taking testosterone or steroids. But yeah, if you start supplementing testosterone, you have to.
It's not worth it.
Well, it's not unhealthy. It just means you have to take a pill for the rest of your
Yeah,
life.
but if I forget to take a pill,
And it's actually common.
I can't get him up.
Well,
Won't be able to get the little
so
guy up.
That's like there's apparently like
Can't get little while up.
it's a widespread problem for like young men in America is just low testosterone levels in general because
Okay, yeah.
of diet and stuff like
Yeah.
that. Especially
Just nature.
obesity totally lowers your testosterone, and obesity is a big problem in America.
Huh.
So more and more people have got to use these hormones to get back to regular
Get
levels.
it up. Peak performance
Exactly, dude. You gotta listen to this.
on the film and in the bedroom.
I watched this plant-based diet documentary.
Yeah, where?
Netflix.
What's it called?
It's called. It's like the greatest.
Greatest Showman.
Warriors or something like that. I forget what it's because it's like you're like, why would you call it that when it's about plant-based diet? Anyway, here's what they did, because they're talking about all the benefits of a plant-based diet.
Yeah.
Beyond how environmentally friendly it is, dude. They put a ring kind of around these 3 NFL athletes' wieners.
No.
At
Who are
night-
the athletes?
I don't know. I forget their names. They weren't
Tom. Aaron Donald.
Yeah,
gets
we
circumcised.
put it around Tom Brady's wang. But
he gets
they
his
did it for a
nuts
night.
taken off.
They did it for 2 nights, actually. One night, the guys, the whole day they ate meat. The other day, the whole day they ate plants. And what happens to men is when they sleep and you've got, normal testosterone levels, they get boners throughout the night. Yeah, exactly. That's what the graphs look like.
Yeah.
And they're talking to these guys, because this guy's a big plant-based diet advocate, and they've got this stuff on. They have a sleep study done, and they're sitting down discussing the results the next day, and the doctor's like,
"This is what your dong did last night in your
I'm
sleep."
pointing the mic literally away. I'm like, this is what the doctor,
Yeah, your dong got up 10 times last night.
13%, basically, measure firmness, 13% more blood flow because eating plants helps your blood circulation.
Yeah.
And 600% more frequency throughout the night.
Jeez.
I know.
This
Isn't
dude's
that wild?
Getting it in the middle of the night.
So these NFL players are laughing their asses off, and this doctor's like, it helps, because this guy wrote a book called something I think the title's The Penis.
Eat grass, eat ass.
No, The Penis.
Oh.
And yeah, exactly. So this guy knows everything there is to know about the male reproductive system.
Genitalia, yeah.
But isn't that crazy?
That's crazy, dude.
You're gonna
you're
gonna be a rock if you eat plants.
Dude, if you eat a salad every day, if you only eat salad, you're just gonna.
Exactly. Isn't that blew my freaking mind. So those were my two.
I might have to become vegan.
Dude, I was like, I don't know. And then I watched that and I was like, hold on.
Dude, that's wild.
So those were my two nuggets this week of mind-blowing information.
Mind-blowing information this week?
Yeah, just I was like, I cannot believe that this is real life. Do you think you could do a plant-based diet?
I mean, if I had to, I could. I mean, if I wasn't surrounded by, it's more of if I'm around junky food, I'm gonna eat junky food.
Yeah.
But if it's not there, I'm not gonna eat it. Obviously.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm losing some because I can't run yet.
Right.
So
You're not eating a lot.
I was
right?
playing some basketball, and sometimes I try to run as much as I can do. I'm like, oh damn, I feel slow. So I started trying to start losing weight, and I'm down 5 pounds this week. So when I actually am able to start running,
Wait, 5 pounds this week?
5 pounds this week.
Well, is this your first week? Starting to lose weight?
Last week.
Last week.
Last week I started.
And how many did you lose last week?
2 to 3, but then this week. Yeah, dude.
You lose the most weight when you start losing weight because you lose all that water.
I'm basically just eating apples. I eat apples, and then every now and then, yesterday I had a really bad day. Me and Trinity, after we got the shot, we went into King of Prussia.
Congrats, by the way.
Thanks. Congrats on you.
Oh, yeah,
double dose,
shot.
double down. Went into King of Prussia. I think we ate shitty food. We ate.
Oh no.
We didn't eat shitty food, but
Tummy
it wasn't
trouble?
it wasn't. Well, yeah, I did have that. I had a quesadilla, some tummy trouble, and then we were coming home and we saw Friendlies. And we're like, oh, we got to go to Friendlies. We get Friendlies, have chicken fingers, mozzarella sticks, and of course I pound down a medium sundae.
That is diarrhea.
And then at night I had a meatball sandwich.
No.
So now I'm probably 3 pounds down off of the 8 pounds I lost the last 14 days, but
not a plant-based diet.
that's okay, dude.
Oh, you mean so you had a shitty day just in terms of your food
Yesterday
choices?
was just a shitty day.
Dude.
But that's whatever, because today I had 2 apples, shit ton of water, and I think a little Twix bar. But
you gotta eat more, bro.
I'm cutting it down, dude. I want to be able to get back on the track and not feel fat and slow.
I know, but you're gonna lose muscle that way if you lose weight too fast.
No, ramp it back up once I'm 100%, dude.
All right.
Dude, I was at PT today. I'm not going to tell that story, actually. It's embarrassing for somebody.
Oh,
Not for me. It's for someone who was there.
Who that we know? You can't. It can't
No, it's just like this lady, like her.
Oh no.
I don't know. I'm not going to talk about it. I was at PT today.
Yeah, she was 80 and she was struggling to do a push-up.
What a little.
That she doesn't even lift.
Yeah, dude. Can even get out of bed with help. She probably is. I'm not.
Fuck, man. No, this quarantine's making everyone hate everyone.
Everybody. All right, so I was at PT today.
Okay.
And they have me do this fucking thing with my toes and marbles. I put it on the story today.
You put it on the story.
There are like 40 marbles. I have to pick one by one, like a freaking baboon, and pick up with my toes, bring them over, and drop it into like a little like plastic container.
Yeah, it was cute.
3 times.
Only 3 times? They put all those marbles out? Oh no, you have to do the whole bowl 3 times?
I have to do the whole bowl. It's
Holy
120. Shit. Yeah, 120 freaking marbles I had to pick up with my toe. I feel like Dwight from The Office. You know how he was like,
damn.
He was like, oh yeah, like I try to get like 10 minutes of workout so I can like have full function with my feet.
Oh yes.
So that's what I'm like. I watch that episode and every now and then I'll try to pick stuff up with my toes. So like my hands are basically like my feet are like my hands. So like I want to like.
Useful.
I've tried to speed run a couple times.
Like Curious George.
And then I just get tired, and then my foot starts cramping, and then my hip flexors start turning because I'm lifting up 120 times. So I'm like, damn. And then I gotta do like a ball toss, and today I threw the ball and tried to get some style points, threw it real high over my head. Freaking this younger girl was behind me, just like rolled back and like hit her, and I was like, oh, I'm so sorry. I tried to be cool, but
you killed the old lady trying to get up off the ground.
Yeah, jeez, like, get out of the way.
Wait,
push her over.
Your feet are gonna be jacked.
My right foot is going to be I will be able to take a punch from a gorilla.
Yeah.
Shout out to Evan Stein. But
friend
of the show, dude.
Well, what was I just gonna say about PT?
I'm gonna have freaking quads like Saquon.
I was like, maybe put a disclaimer that those are your feet. I feel like.
Why do you care? What's wrong with my feet, Nick?
it would be worse if it were my feet. I would have to put a disclaimer. These are not Wyatt's. This is Hobbit Nick.
I mean,
I got some. When you have hair on your toes, that's.
I have some hair on my toes. I got hairy toes. I don't got hairy toes. I got hair on the toes, but no hairy toes. I mean, dude, the first time I went to PT, I was like, take your sock and shoe off, or shoe and sock off, and I was like, okay.
All right.
And I looked down on my toe, or like my feet, and I was just like, damn, this dude
clip those
ugly fucking feet.
Dude, imagine a podiatrist.
Ugly feet. I don't know what that is.
A podiatrist is a foot doctor.
Dude.
My brother was in there. A guy came in with an open wound. Like,
what?
An open wound on his heel, bleeding. Like, bandage.
Not even to the ER, just,
no,
hey, doc.
Bandage, like, wrapped around, and the doctor was like, yeah, I don't take those patients. Like, there's no way that there's going to be any, like, treating those people because they have, like, an infection already in their foot.
Yeah, that's freaking gangrene on their foot. That is what gangrene is.
At the podiatrist, I go in there because I get ingrown toenails all the fucking
Yeah, so they're happy to see you because you don't have that fricked up feet.
Dude, they got out. The picture of my first ingrown toenail is one of the most disgusting things.
I'm pretty sure I've seen it before.
Anyone will ever see in their lives. And they have to get these huge scissors out. They inject your foot 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 all the way around your big toe. They put 6 shots of numbing in. So it's called a ring block because you have all these rings of nerves around your toe.
So what they do with the NFL players' wiener, they put on your toes.
Exactly.
You got a wiener toe.
They put up a screen so you can't see your toe being ripped open.
Dude.
And then they take this, the pair of scissors is like this big. You're like, it's just a toenail. And he's like, oh no, we're going to need the big guns for this.
Oh.
And you're like, and then all you feel, it's like your bone. Every time the scissors goes, your bone just feels like almost like you're hitting your toe.
Oh.
Like you're hitting your knee. And then he's just cutting down all the way to the base.
Oh.
He pulls it out, and I'm like, well, we gotta see it. It's like this wide. It just, because the ingrown toenail just grows all the way into the side of your toe.
Oh.
But Again, this guy loves that because the 80-year-olds come
He doesn't got to deal with old Debbie's
exactly
freaking feet that are looking like she just walked on glass.
or exactly people that come in with like their toe just like I was mowing the lawn,
Oh.
it's gone. I don't know what to tell you.
What's one of your worst injuries? Have we talked about this?
Worst injuries?
Injuries. Did I talk about my finger?
You talked about the net absolutely ripping them apart.
Yeah. Did I tell you that it went down all the? Did I
Yes,
tell
to the
everybody it
bone.
went down to the bone?
Yes,
Had to
and
sew the flesh.
Your dad tried to toothbrush it.
Yeah, he wanted to take a toothbrush.
Yes.
He's like, let me do it. Dude, if he did that, I probably would have lost my finger. Not
Probably.
kidding. Yeah. So.
No big deal.
I just fucked up my finger the other day trying to dunk a basketball.
Oh yeah, you told me that.
Dude, I went
Just
to
a
go
little
dunk a
bit.
basketball and just pinched it. Got a blood blister. I think my nail's about to fall off.
Oh Jesus.
Like half of it. Dude, it's weird. I can't feel the top of my finger.
Maybe go get it checked out.
No, it's all right.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just let the numbness continue
Yeah.
to creep down.
Yeah. What's
What's the? I'm just trying to think of a hand injury.
I have a couple injuries. I tore my meniscus, and I got an MRI on it. The first I got an MRI on it twice.
Uh-huh.
First time, doctor says, "Nah, you're good." Second time I come back, they go, "Yeah, it seems like you tore your meniscus, and we didn't see it the first time, but it healed by itself, but
Oh.
not correctly."
Oh no.
And then they're like, "Oh, you also have Blunt's disease, which is like if your leg is straight like this, it's like that." So now my what's this?
femur,
My femur and my what's that? Tibia.
tibia, yeah.
My femur and tibia are like close or are getting closer and closer and like are just like rubbing bones now.
Oh no.
And then I broke my arm in 3 spots.
Yeah, you told that one.
Looking
That sucks.
yeah, dude. So I have a jacked up knee.
Well, I learned that on an MRI, if you still have swelling,
They can't see it.
They can't see
That's what
shit.
happened with my foot.
Yeah.
They weren't able to see my Achilles.
It's still one of the most wild injuries ever.
Fucking did 4 things to it.
Yeah.
Achilles injury, broke my foot, and then high ankle and high foot sprain. That's insane.
That is
Off of a
wild.
non-contact injury.
Yeah.
Fuck you, Larry. Just kidding.
You, Larry.
Well, you have some pretty bad injuries. You broke your wrist
well,
in basketball.
So there was mine have all been like because I was unathletic. I broke my foot or my shit. There was one time at recess when we were walking in line back to the classroom, and this kid's dragging his coat behind him. This motherfucking bad citizen, and I'm walking and I step on his coat. Can't get my hands up in time.
Oh
and
my
just
gosh.
slam my face on the blacktop. My nose got like a
Dude,
cut
what?
open like a cross, and I was just bleeding, crying. I was like, God damn it! If we have a senior year fire drill, you know. But it was like that was a weird way to say that joke. It was like in like second. No, I think it was before I moved to Philly. It was like kindergarten. But I broke my.
All right, well, you didn't move to Philly. You live in Bucks County. Did you live in Philly?
Well, we just call it Philly. I've lived here for 13 years. I'm like, I'm from Buffalo.
I'm from Philly. Really? What part? Doylestown?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, buddy.
Yeah. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
What?
French, fuck it. French
First
Prince of
injury was first grade, summer going into first grade. It was the 2008 Olympics, and we were trying to do the hurdles with sheets.
With Usain Bolt. You were in the Olympics.
You're right. We were trying to do the basement Olympics, and I jump over the sheets like a goddamn gazelle, and my foot catches, and I hit my wrist on the basement floor.
Oof.
Fucking like concrete basement floor.
This is at your house now?
No, this was at my aunt and uncle's beach house.
Okay.
So that was injury number 1. Injury number 2, I'm running down a hill after my dog. My shoes were untied. I trip my untied shoes, break my wrist. That's wrist number 2, right wrist.
That's always fun.
Broke my left wrist again. In 6th grade, I was playing basketball, going backwards, kind of tripped. I think it was an intentional trip. And
Bastard.
I fell backwards, like
Oh.
my arm went back, broke my wrist. I then broke my pinky at basketball at recess, just jammed.
Yeah.
End of 6th grade. Dude, the amount of chicks that you can get
Dude,
to
I
sign your
remember when you
casts.
broke your pinky. And
It was like the end of the year.
Yeah, and I remember you broke it, and you're like, I think I just broke my pinky. And I was like, nah, you probably just jammed it. Next day you come in with a full-blown pass. I'm like, what a bitch.
Yeah.
But then I realized you broke your pinky.
Dude,
and I was like, what a bitch.
Literal, like, whoa.
Yeah, I thought you were fine. I was like, suck it up.
Yeah, but I love having casts that you can just be like, hey, you want to
sign
this?
it?
You want to get close to me and write?
You want to sign my cast?
Cool. That's like the coolest thing to do in elementary school.
Yeah.
It's like, God damn it, he's getting all the attention because he had an injury.
I had one cast. That was it.
And then the last one.
I fucked my arm.
Last injury was I tore the tendon right here in my finger.
I do remember that. When did you do that? How did you do that?
Jack, my brother, threw me a football.
Oh,
and I jammed my finger and I was like, oh, shit.
Yeah.
God damn it. And then I look at my finger. I'm not going to be able to do this with one hand, but basically, let's see if I can do this here. Essentially, for our audio listeners, the top part of your finger, like the very top third, just bent forward and it would not go back. Like, you're like, what? That's kind of weird. Because the tendon holding it was severed.
Ew.
So I had to wear basically just a finger cast for like 3 months. And everyone was like, you have like an infection on your finger? I'm like,
you want to sign it?
I just jammed it on a football. Like, that's a cool way to injure something. But I don't have any cool ones.
I broke my back one time.
Yeah, like a vertebra?
I broke one of my vertebrae when I got a concussion. Yeah.
Is that how you're supposed vertebrae?
Verta.
You got a concussion and broke your back?
I got a concussion and broke my back in the first day of football practice.
Damn.
So let's run through all my injuries. Sliced off my earlobe.
Okay.
Ran into a couple doorknobs.
Okay.
Stitches. Shoved a couple. Well, that doesn't count. Shoved some beads and Cheerios up my nose.
All right.
Had to get them taken out. That's all in 1 week.
Yeah.
I went to the hospital. I'm not kidding. 3 times in 1 week. Sliced my earlobe off. Ran into a doorknob. And shoved beads up my nose.
Your parents were like, "Can we just get rid of
Son
this
of a
fucking
bitch?
kid
Can we
now?
trade him out?"
Why doesn't one of these kill him?
And then I broke my arm. And then I went on. And then I got into sports. Pulled my hamstring a bunch of times.
Okay.
Tore my meniscus. Have my knee issue. Got a concussion and broke my back. Broke my wrist. Fucked up my ankle. Fucked up my foot. I feel like I'm missing something. Oh, I messed up my foot again. I got plantar fasciitis.
Ooh, ow.
That one hurt. I really think that's it.
Oh, I didn't even talk about my concussions. Yeah,
concussions are the worst.
That's a laundry list of shit, dude.
Dude.
Well, concussions,
they suck.
Even like 5 years ago, like people didn't know how to treat them as well.
Yeah, dude.
Because they were still like, go sit in a room
and don't do anything.
Yeah, which is not how
you do
supposed to treat them
you're supposed
anymore.
to like push it.
Yeah.
Until you're about to like
to
literally
keep
die.
Hitting your head until you feel better.
I feel better now. Dakota had a really bad concussion in 9th grade. Like he was out for like a year and a half.
I remember you telling me about that.
It was really bad. And then he had something in the back of his like brain. Dude, it was bad.
Jeez.
This was real bad.
Injuries just suck.
Injuries are terrible in general. They're just a pain in the butt.
You know what? No. Well.
The one time you shoved that thing up your thing and it did the thing.
I don't think I ever did anything like that. Oh shit! There was one time. You
don't think you did?
No, it was
Oh,
you're
so
not
you
supposed,
did.
You're supposed to put. The gym teachers always tell you, put anything smaller than the corner of a towel anything smaller than your elbow. Don't put it in your ear.
Dude, our elbows are huge.
Exactly.
So don't put anything in your ear.
Exactly.
Who listens to that?
I'm like,
not me.
I'm getting Q-tips on the reg, okay?
You're shoving 2 Q-tips down there. Like a vacuum cleaner.
One day I'm like, Jesus Christ, I gotta get this shit out. And I go to put the Q-tip in.
Oh my gosh.
Dude, it pushes it further in the ear and creates a blockage.
Ugh.
All of us, because I didn't know this, and I'm like, wait, what? I can't hear.
Didn't this just happen?
Yeah, like a couple months ago. I was like, oh shit, I can't hear. I'm like, it basically is just like,
yeah.
And I'm like, I just made myself deaf.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I can't. I'm gonna have to. The rest of my life.
Or just use your other ear.
Right. Or that. But either way, I'm like, oh my god, I just fucked my ear. And it's going to be so embarrassing as a 19-year-old male to go to a doctor and be like,
I shoved a Q-tip down my ear.
He's like, what were you doing? Well, I put something smaller than my elbow in my ear and now I can't hear. And he's like, yeah you're a dumbass for that, aren't you? Yeah. And now I'm going to have to get it out and it's going to be gross. Yeah. So then over the next couple of days, we're an absolute goddamn adventure. Because I'm looking up, like, how do I do this on my own so I don't have to face the embarrassment of a doctor? I tell my parents, and they're like, okay,
why did you just
was it smaller than your elbow? I'm like, why does everyone know this? So you're supposed to get this stuff that you pour into your ear, and then it breaks down the, like, wax.
Like an acid.
I'm like, my brain's about to rot out, but it's okay. You know what? It's better than not hearing.
Yeah.
So I put that stuff in. It's not really working. It's like there's like a significant, traffic jam in there. The next option is trying to get like a suction thing.
Yeah, like a baster.
Where you press it in, put it in there, and then go, and then try and pull it out.
That would be freaking sweet.
Many hours of that. Where I would just
Did it work?
Like, so it didn't for a while.
Oh.
And I'm like, this is never going to get out. I'm going to have to go to a goddamn doctor. But then we started getting, I'm like, oh, I think I'm like afraid my eardrum's going to get sucked out.
You're just going to rip your ear off.
So like a piece kind of comes out and I'm like, okay, all right, we're making progress.
It's game time.
Then I would just basically waterboard my ear and just squirt as much water in as possible and then squeeze it out. And one day, probably the best feeling I've ever had in my entire life. I'm like, I just put the fucking acid in. It's all soft. It's ready to go. And I stick that thing in my ear, squeeze it, and it was like, dude. I was like wow.
Like a bullet.
And then I like looked at the suction thing and I was like,
oh, ew. Yeah.
But it was out finally. I couldn't believe it.
Dude, when you have when you're all like congested with like allergies or whatever, like the only way allergy like medicine doesn't always work. Sometimes I just stand in the shower and I just get in the shower and just don't even wash off and I just stand there.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's 15 minutes of the day that I just don't have a headache.
Yep.
And I don't have snot tripping out of my nose and look like I just freaking sneezed my entire sinus.
Dude, the shower is a special place.
Yeah.
It's a sacred place.
Dude, it's shower thoughts. I was thinking today.
So many activities in the shower. Sorry, go ahead.
There was a couple years ago, me, my dad, and my brother went on a camping trip, and it was like specifically to go fishing. Mm-hmm. So we get this. We rent a boat. We rent a motorboat, and we go out to a lake, and I was waiting for it. We get out on the lake and just go, and. Like, if you're on the lake and you got to go to the bathroom, if you got to pee, you just on the side of the boat.
While you're motorboating.
So,
and you got to pee.
It's me and my brother and my dad, as I've previously said.
Right.
It's later in the day. My dad goes, I got to go pee. I'm like, all right. So, I'm in the front of the boat, and Dakota is on the right side. No.
When he's talking about the weight distribution, you know there's something going wrong.
So Dakota's in the front of the boat. I'm on the right side of the boat, and my dad is a big guy.
Yep.
So he's in the back right of the boat, ready to take a leak.
Big Mr. Knight.
And so we now have my weight and my dad's weight, and basically Dakota's weight, all on the right side of the boat. And then So my dad starts peeing, and then I shift more to the right side of the boat. I don't know why, because I'm like fishing.
Oh shit!
And the boat starts tipping this way, and my dad is now basically in the water. He's hugging the
wiener out.
He's hugging the outside of the boat. Everything is getting flooded with water, and Dakota just grabs me, and we both the left side of the boat. My dad flops into the boat and just goes, I just saved all of us. And we're all like, what the hell are you talking about? Oh my gosh. And then for the rest of the trip, my dad was like, I was kind of like a stallion. I reared myself back into the boat. I was like, no way. Like, I literally picture it. I can see it in my head.
Oh, God.
He's literally just in the back corner of the boat. And I scooch over to the right side of the boat, and the boat just takes water.
Oh.
And just everything is just whoosh. My dad is literally in the water. And he flops back onto the boat and goes, I just saved the day.
Holy shit.
Oh.
That's one of the fucking...
Dude, I can still see it in my head. And like, dude, I really thought we were going down. And on that same freaking trip, it was me, my dad, and my brother again. Like 2 days before, we got into a canoe.
Oh, no.
And the canoe, like... so if like the top of the mic is like the water, here's the canoe. It's not like this. And my dad goes, whatever you do,
don't move.
Don't make sudden adjustments to your left or right because we're going in.
Holy shit, dude. Dude.
It was hilarious. I can still see it in my head. My dad taking a piss and then falls into the water.
Oh, holding his wang too.
Hilarious.
It's getting to be
time to record Brianna.
Yeah, it's 8:22. So take a break or maybe this will just be the end of this week.
All right.
So thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Please, if you're watching, like, comment, subscribe. It helps the channel out a lot. I've been waiting so long to say that. Yeah, that's all. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening.
Excuse me. See you next week. Love you.
I love you.
I love you.
Peace.
Deuces.
Wyatt and Nick talking about their shit.
They're your mama's favorite boys.
They do this 'cause they're unemployed.
Wyatt and Nick
talking about their shit.